with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up, I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business, I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright, I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find.
Bro,
you see my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side, ready down the ride, down the tide. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the rings. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the rings. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the rings. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's, great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots.
I mean,
focus on your
he
position,
was
just know your
okay,
spot.
like,
Sure don't stop. It's a
he
long
makes
season.
some
They
plays
planning
from
on
time to
winning.
time, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've also wanted
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I hope you watch your left because I'm about to take you to school. Check. Hey, Ridley.
Now Mahomes. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
There goes a deep ball. End zone. That is caught by Moss for an Oakland touchdown. Randy Moss, 35 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Start.
Let's make these babies cry.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 30-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Luck on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Luck. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Throw left side, complete. It's Holt. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
He's checking. Go.
From the gun, here's Love. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Holt. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ronnie Lott, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, and put some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Single, slot.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go. Double time. Double time. Let's go. Let's go.
This guy
Let's go.
has to be coach's suggestions.
Yellow.
They'll run it with Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A big play that time for the Raiders. 46 yards on the ground. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Flush to his right. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other for the completion.
Flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 10 yards out, and the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Tucker now for the extra point.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
That is legit. Nothing else.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Aaron Donald picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. To try again after the sack. Luck. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Mean Joe Green in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here's Luck. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Check 9. On. 12. Hey, echo.
Hey, can you see my screen right now? What do you think of this?
50's the line. All right.
Now Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Small. No. Check. Crunch. Cross. Be ready.
Third and long. It's locked. And the pressure gets to him again. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on fourth down.
It was flat wheel, the one that you said was good, and it's something.
Take it at the 37. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Yellow. Skate situation. Let's go.
On first down, Mahomes. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially they'll say it's going to go for 19. It's Mahomes. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. George Kittle there to make the grab. For the
I want this. Dude, you know what's the other thing that they need to fix? Who you click onto. Because, bro, like, I tried clicking on Devin White there and clicking onto the friggin' safety. Alright, can you get a quarterback yet?
Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy. And tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy. And tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons.
You're watching, so.
Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you
about to help me out right now.
I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass.
Like that. And dude, the other thing is, remember that whole split close offensive
I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it.
I have it. It's in my hand right now.
Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
I run this play all the time. Here. Here. I gotta go against. I need to go against cover 3 Sky. I struggle against this. Dude, Devontae Adams does have. Oh wait, no, he
Some
doesn't.
days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt.
Okay, I'll do it.
Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Ain't no fine as hell from
Okay.
to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself.
So now obviously I know what to do this. Right?
I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself.
Okay, so now what?
Feel like ginger from
Okay, so I'm in
Casino.
practice.
Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Women
now
I'm Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. And a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
Or I can't hit.
I just ran to check up on myself.
Okay, I put him on a throw.
Check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Been a fine as hell from my head up to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell.
Block
He still buy
Jones.
me YSL. I could get it
What about
by
Williams?
myself. I could get it by myself.
Okay, well here, hold on.
Get it by myself.
Hey, 88, 88, 88.
By myself, I'ma get it by myself. I'ma get it either way. I don't even know what to say. What I want, they just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray. Make that play. It's some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm
Should I motion out? Should I motion out the flat?
so I put it on display.
Jeff! We not get it.
Yeah, I just ran to check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the
We
Lord
are going. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. They know fine as hell from my head up to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. Get it by myself.
Hey, black. Back north. Hey, box drop. We not get it.
Get it by myself. I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
I just
Blue 58.
I just
Now,
did.
you got 58. Take 30. Hey, Stu.
Okay.
We not get it.
Okay, so this is a good route combo.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
How many of y'all came to win?
We not get it.
What's my name, huh? Ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't coming to play with you. Life challenging. But I would.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second.
Make sure you always have the double wide receiver side on the wide side of the field.
Alright, I'm back. I couldn't find a friggin' pen. Hold on, dude. Hold on. I gotta put this down. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I love split close. Okay, so now it was post, zig, flat, wheel. Okay. Okay. Hold on, I think it's 350. Okay, so now what? Normally what I do is I put the tailback on the streak. I would put like Jones on the streak, and then I would put Lazard on the track.
Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better. You will never find.
Okay.
In my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots. Take no
Hey, Charlie!
Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try. Keep
Watch it,
down the ride, down the tide. You will never know. You will never try. Work it out. Hit the gym. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard. On the job, you can see that. On my hip is real good. We don't need to feed that. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase the leaves. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase the leaves. Now what I do?
See, this is what I know to do. I'm just showing you.
What I do, lace up my shoes, chase W, great color coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They speed is absolute. Talking trophies, I ain't grabbed if you can't match this attitude. I'm wearing hard on my sleeve, please. I look like the wind can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no season. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit your team if you didn't show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete.
You told me that it's right.
We go together. I can't
50, hey, you block over here.
Focus on your position.
26, bravo.
So don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let the fraud beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
319, yeah, 300, yeah, 300.
On the job, you can see that. On my
Hey,
hip is
626,
we don't
go,
need to
go.
feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase the blues. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase the blues. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes.
I gotta get used to stepping up in the pocket.
319, over. 150, box and box, 319.
Well, no, Casey, I know what I did.
158.
Okay, hold on. I'm writing this down.
Let's go. Hey, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about
No, I can't. It's easy.
Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains,
Alpha.
I dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker. You a novice, I'm a player. DC on the run and doing sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck. One for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play.
Okay, now what? Next. Okay, so what?
I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, it's a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them. I'ma break them, I'm a Hall of Fame legend. She go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play.
You guys flat, scam, street for
Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, number 1 seed. Ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up.
dude, I don't know why. I used to be able to.
Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit if I miss, then my team
Hey, you block over here.
Oh yeah, because then he doesn't release until I tell him to, right? Oh, okay, so now what?
Back to north. Hey. High 7.
Okay, so now what? Now go?
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change.
Zoom.
Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Step back, let me get some room.
319.
Say pack it, nobody knew.
630.
I never
Move.
get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine
Plant.
while you wait for me.
319.
So soon. Gotta be off each store. Got lights, I got the shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay.
Blue 58.
Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up,
Hey,
celebrate
626.
I do a good job. Pull up,
Hey,
pop
hey,
out,
Yeah,
pull
no,
out.
I just...
Head on and hold on. Pedal to
Jab,
the
jab.
my foot on. I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my brain's hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball.
Blue
but this is
58.
no game. Okay.
Yeah,
All my
live,
girls, they
live.
love and hate me the same.
Hey,
Okay.
Haywood.
So when I die, I ain't
Boxing,
gonna be from old age.
399.
Revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now.
319.
The right hand catch with the left touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist. What now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now.
Okay,
How come? I need
here,
rest.
just give me a
No
second.
recess on my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables. Now half the
Yeah.
meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it. That's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. I know where they thinking. They don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't
Inside.
need to okay it. Okay. 30,000
Hey,
in
Echo.
the pocket, no change. Okay. I might
Gun.
pass the ball, but this is no
399.
game. Okay. All my girls, they love me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age.
That thing is the one time he told me to throw the wheel. I
Blue
couldn't.
58.
Right pocket got euros.
Jump out. Hey, wahoo.
Don't want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown.
Zoom. Blue 58. Blue 58. 26. 5.
Yeah.
Plant. 399.
Here, hold on.
319. Cat 300. Cat 300. Hey, box drop. 399.
Shoot, man. Take that. Honestly, that's kind of the nice part about having that chicken release there. Not
319. 150. Hey, do. Yeah. Look at you. Look at the 88. Hey, 88. Box it. 319. Blue 58. Mike. Hey, team 6. Gun. 319.
Okay, not bad.
319. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, Charlie. Zoom. Look at you. Blue 58. Back north. Hey, Delta. Plant. 319. 319. 630. Hey, orbit. Yeah. 319.
Yeah.
319.
Alright, what's the new play? Alright, what's the next play? Wide receiver corners, Z spot, Y out, P, Y shot, X ray, trail, we already did. P, play action, F slide. What I normally do there is I put the top receiver on a streak, and then that lower receiver on a cross. Sometimes I get to click on it.
No. 319. Hey, check 26. Bravo.
Okay.
I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill?
Box it.
Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Ripper stuff the edge like I don't know.
Go.
See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, like a fucking deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You know that you have it, just start the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your bro, when you're supposed to pop in your body. Pain driven, itchy,
Right.
let that be coming. The streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend.
Alpha.
This sugar, one man on me, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. I'm giving it cold to chill. Stories treacherous.
As a quarter on this part.
Yeah. Ripper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill.
319.
Deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, this way, right before the deal.
26. Hey, 7.
Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field.
Yeah.
Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history, I'm this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps ahead.
300.
Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up dead. Do what you can to do, make it next move you move. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soul the chills. My truly cold as shield. So treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Ripper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill.
Hey, exit.
They know it's real.
Wipe out.
Been this way, right before the deal.
Box it.
This one for your photo real.
399.
Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills.
319. Hey, 88. Hey, Haywood. Gun. 319. No. 319. Stay right. Hey, Echo. Wide right. Zoom. 350 now.
Yeah, they're in the freaking quarter.
It's lonely on top of the phone. I ain't the king of the pawn. Hop on the jet on the road. I get support my homie, there's so many mil. Cause bird in my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as Sylvester Stallone. They showing me love for my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part. Like them LeBron. Rings to the team. I put Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of the dudes to do well. Don't worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me. Just win for me. Don't kill for me. Just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together. Leave the bill for me like. And on my heart.
Okay.
I give it all I got.
So there's 4.
Walk the walk and talk the talk.
Here, hold up. I'll run the Z spot play just because it's just super simple to read.
Hey, wahoo! Plant.
This is one that I just I run it just all the time. And yeah, sometimes I'll do a curl, sometimes I really want to make it a hitch, but I can't.
Go to 50.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
Jab. Take 30. 319.
Yeah.
258. 26. Hey, take 26. Box it.
Well, I've got them both, so like I said, I mean, this is a concept that I've been running this one for a little while. Any others?
Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady.
Should we have to
But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your
Oh no, I'm talking about like actually playing against somebody else.
close encounter of what kind?
What team should I be? Sometimes I'm either the Vikings, sometimes I'll be the Vikings, sometimes I'll be the Saints.
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
If I'm the Vikings, though, I always run their foot. I always run their foot. Yeah, with the Vikings, you will never catch me running 340. Never. Ever. Wait, hold up. Is there a... Hey, can you look this up for me real quick? Is there a 4-3 playbook with 335 on? No, they're 3-4. They're a hybrid. They're like the Lions. I'm talking about like just a strict 4-3. Those are like 4-3 over, 4-3 under. Yeah, it's no big deal.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold,
yeah, and obviously mixing around
watch me
stuff
celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up 'cause they lacking the stamina.
You get any coins, dude, or no?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings.
The reason why I run 4-3 with the Vikings is the defensive line.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Line him up.
Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now Watson, and the catch made by Hopkins. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing again on second down. Watson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. From the 50, it's Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's caught out wide by Stills. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Watson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now this one complete downfield on the left side, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. From the red zone now, Watson. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 23-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
This is it. 19. You ain't going nowhere.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Should I have put, bro, just pick a play, dang. Oh my gosh.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
first play. Just to see when he comes up.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch it slap. Watch it slap. Watch it slap.
They start the drive with Cook. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Dude, if he comes out in this again, I'm going to just run the screen and take this in the house.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Gun.
3rd and long for Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Okay, now, how do we set that up? Okay, streak slant. Alright, got it.
Oh, big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down.
Hey, box truck. Switch. Gun.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I came up with one heck of an offense.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Cousins gives way to Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Offense definitely feels way different this year compared to last year.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Nice try.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Gun.
From the 31, Cousins. He completes it to Treadwell. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Hey, team 6. Gun.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Hey, Charlie. You got three. Three down. Check 13. Check 13. Done.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a return will stop right around the 25. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well, and he would go ahead and elevate the big to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Check 24. 29. 24.
To throw is Watson on 3rd down. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
Throwing again is Watson. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Oh, this dude takes forever to call plays.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go, D. Mike 42, Mike 42. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
To the air yet again, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before the break. Watson going deep for Hopkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
Jason.
And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Cousins the thrower. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Hey, Irvin.
After the sack on first down, Cousins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 43 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Bravo. 41's coming. 41's coming. Coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on second down. Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Was it? It wasn't the corner. It wasn't the
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check it out, Reed. Hey, Ken. Zebra. Hey, Alpha. Gun. Me.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 31 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken short. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. The fullback comes through with a big play there.
The fullback almost just completely went to the house.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On second down, Hyde. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
The first down carry here for Johnson. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
He was brought down by Trey Waynes. 1-yard gain.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Finding fouls complete. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
The 29-yard line.
Reset. 19. 42.
Watson with a give to Miller. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw on 3rd down, Watson, screen play, Johnson. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42.
A first down carry now for Miller. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Check. Watch time. Tight end right. 4 there.
On 2nd and 7, Watson.
Let's go.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Stop your whining. Alert 3. Check the backer.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
Hey, 31!
Go, Mike 42, Mike 42.
I smell fear in that offense.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now this throw caught left side. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Gun.
Cousins on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. Game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Haywood.
That's got to be a long day. Switch.
300. Two. Hey, echo. Gun.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
This is a play.
Gun. Hey, Wahoo. Line out.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gun. Side.
Let's go, D. Check 31.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And he's able to find Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. 60 yards, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the scores. The kicks away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd and 9, Watson, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Watson. But he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Miller. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
That should have been a pick. I should have the ball.
Watson now to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Yeah,
he's in play.
What's that? Can. Under 10. I know, he's easy. Hey, box truck. Gun.
Here's Cousins. And this is Cook with the grab. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Cousins now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Hey, shoot. Gun.
Cousins to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The first throw in overtime now for Cousins.
Touchdown.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long from Houston.